Good evening, everyone. Michigan Tech has not had the easiest schedule in hockey as of late. 2 weeks in Alaska, and then they get the top-ranked team in the WCHA, Bemidji State, this weekend. The Huskies fell last night, but they were out for redemption tonight. WCHA Rookie of the Month, Angus, they call him Beef. Redmond gets another start in the net for Tech. First period, Mason Blacklock taps the puck into the Beaver zone. Then the puck begins pinballing around the net. Alex Gillius finds Chris Leibinger, and the converted defenseman has his 6th goal of the season at 5:56. It's 1-0 Huskies. A few minutes later, Bemidji had a golden scoring opportunity. Jay Dickman makes a cross-ice pass. A teammate knocks the puck toward the corner. Nate Arntz finds all alone in front, but Redmond is in the right spot to make the save, and the cheers of Beef were yelled out in the background for Angus. Huskies hang on to their 1-goal margin. That's Mel Pearson. He wasn't happy about an elbow penalty called on Jake Jackson in the second period. Later in the second, though, Philip Marinaccio cross-ice to Justin Beaudry to Kyle Bauman. Next thing you know, Charlie O'Connor pushes the puck home with 8.7 seconds remaining in this one. How about this, or at least into the second? To the third, under 4 minutes left in regulation. Michael Neville working behind the net, centering pass. He gets that one in there. Eventually, Tech does lead this one. Michigan Tech goes up 2-1, and the Huskies would hold on to a 2-1 victory, splitting the series and handing the Beavers their first conference loss. Michigan Tech does travel to Bowling Green next weekend. Let's head to the scoreboard. Some more WCHA action. Lake Superior State hosting the Falcons of Bowling Green. Bowling Green wins 5-2. Ferris State on the road in Alabama Huntsville, and the Chargers get the win 5-3. They finish their 2-game series tomorrow. The Northern Michigan Wildcats are on their trip to Alaska against the Seawolves. Last night the Cats would fall. They are currently in action in Alaska. And in high school hockey, the Marquette Redmen defeated the Romeo Bulldogs 3-2 in overtime. Joe Phillips knocked in the game winner. Kingsford was also victorious against Ashland out of Wisconsin 7-1. The Copper Kings would travel downstate and drop a 5-3 contest to the Bloomfield Hills Cranbrook Kingswood Cranes, say that 5 times fast, 5-3. And Houghton, they get their second straight win, 2-1 over Escanaba. Well, Hancock native Chris Givens was making his annual pilgrimage to the UP with his Traverse City Central Trojans against the defending state champs, the Bulldogs. Second period tied at 1, but both teams back to full strength. Ted Rendell controls the puck. He gives it to Alex Nordstrom, and that's a goal. And that means that it's time to start singing the fight song. Nordstrom gives Hancock a 2-1 lead at 11:33. A short time later, Ted Rendell wins a faceoff, goes to Alex Nordstrom. He slaloms between defenders and finds Lance Kangas for his second of the period. 3-1 Bulldogs at 13:57. The girls are still singing, and they weren't done, even though TCC was on a power play. Freshman Colton Solani dekes one defender and then locates the top shelf for a shorthanded tally at 15:23. That made it 4-1 Bulldogs. And the ladies said, let's keep going here. Teddy Rendell had another chance here. He gets that one off to Alex Nordstrom, and then that was 15 seconds later, and it was 5-1 Hancock. The Bulldogs would cruise to a 7-2 victory over the Trojans. Hancock is now 4-1 on the season. Michigan Tech begins conference play against the Walsh Cavaliers. Kyle Monroe had good possession on the block here. Then the lefty jump hook gives the Huskies a 7-2 lead after 3 minutes. Walsh tries to run its offense, but Tommy Luca anticipates the pass. He gets the steal, the drive, the dish to Brian Heath. That's a layup there. And then later on, we're going to find Jordan Chartier of Superior Central, who finds his man Grazoulis on the block. He goes with the right-handed jump hook there for 2 more. Huskies grab an 11-2 advantage. Walsh would respond, though. Terry Fletcher would post up Kyle Monroe. Not much Monroe can do here off the glass for 2, 11-4 Tech. And then this one, though, it goes down to the wire almost. Michigan Tech pulls out a 92-89 victory. That's the first loss for the Cavaliers this season. Well, there didn't seem to be any symbolism for Tech at the start of the women's contest. The Cavaliers scored their first 5 points. How about Brittany Clopton knocks down a jump hook over Elizabeth Kelleher. Fortunately, the Huskies started sticking some 3-pointers. Morgan Anderson skipped past to Kelly Guy, and the Huskies get on the scoreboard, but they were trailing 5-3. Move ahead a couple of minutes. It's Escanaba's Michelle Lefebvre. She would find Morgan Anderson, who would find Sarah Llewellyn for another triple. Tech took a 17-8 lead. This one did come down to the final play, and Walsh would win this one 68-65. Back to the scoreboards. Finlandia women's basketball cruised to victory 71-63 over Crown. And a big shout out to the Marquette Redettes basketball team. They won the Petoskey Invitational 39-38 over Brighton. Amber Hubner scored 15 points and brought down 8 rebounds in the championship match. She would also be named tournament MVP. Claudia and Chloe Hale were named to the all-tournament team. In men's college basketball, Michigan defeated Kennesaw State 82-55. Michigan State would win a close one over Oral Roberts 80-76, and Finlandia was also in action, and they would fall to Crown 71-69. And of course, for more sports scores and highlights, you can visit us online at uppermichigansource.com. And it looks like Penn State right now up 38-31 over the Badgers in the Big Ten Championship. So probably the best championship game we've seen thus far. Alabama kind of rolled tide over everybody they saw this season and did it today as well.
Wow, could be a big upset, I guess.
Well, either way, I mean, either way you look at it, Penn State has a big win over Ohio State. So we'll see if it's considered an upset or not, but definitely a great game.
All right, thanks, Ethan.
You're welcome.